ወወልድ ወመንፈስ ቅዱስ አሐዱ አምላክ አሜን። በስመ አብ ወወልድ ወመንፈስ ቅዱስ አሐዱ አምላክ አሜን። ስብሐት ለእግዚአብሔር ወላዲቱ ድንግል ወለመስቀሉ ክቡር. First and foremost, thank you to God, and after God, እግዝእትነ ማርያም ወላዲተ አምላክ, we praise her, we thank her, and ክቡር አባታችን መጋቤ ሐዲስ አባ ጦም ልሳን ቆሞስ, and ክቡር አባታችን ሊቀ ካህናት አባ ኃይለ ማርያም, and all the men on here, fathers and brothers and sisters, thank you for being here today. We want to start with our lesson, very important lesson. But before we start the lesson, the power slide is going to be English and Amharanya, so you could read before I start, so we don't have disturbance. If you can't see, please come closer. You don't want to miss today's lessons. If you are a parent, you're raising kids, you're raising your youth in North America, you need to know what's happening here. Every Orthodox church should be talking about what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to give you opportunity. If you want to move closer, we have space here. Please move now before you disturb our session, okay? So can I give you guys a few seconds? Do you want to move closer? Now's your chance. Yeah. Is she? Good, good. Once I start, you're going to say, this is interesting essays. Don't move. After, don't move. So now's your chance. If you want to move, come closer. And I recommend you take your pen, paper, or if you have a telephone, I'm going to give you guys reference today. What I'm going to present you today, I guarantee you, most of it you haven't heard about it, okay? So let us start. I want to talk to you about the future of the church in the diaspora. Which church? The Orthodox Tewahedo Church, our church. So why is this important? So the Tewahedo Orthodox Church is our identity, our love, our life. Our fathers have kept this Haymanot faith and handed this to us. Now it is our responsibility to hand down the church to the next generation, to our youth. And this is the responsibility of parents, kahanat, and Christian. This is everyone's responsibility. If we want to teach our youth and keep them in the church, first we must understand their challenges, like the fatana. To understand their challenges, it is important we know what is happening in our society so we can adequately serve them and provide them the right answers. This is very important for each one of us. So I'm trying to provide you information, and we're going to talk about solution in the end. Remember, upbringing back home is different from North America. The way parents are raised back home and life here is completely different. Today, we will explore some examples of the challenges fatana our youth are facing nowadays in our society. The point of this lesson is basically to create bridges between youth, parents, and the church. Knowledge is the key, and if you want solutions, please pay attention to the information I will share with you today. Very significant information. So, By Fr Hermon, I'm not better than anybody. I'm just a servant like you because I grew up here in Toronto, and I'm just sharing my knowledge and what I've observed, and what I've studied, what I see, what is apparent, and just to help you out in your journey. So, I want to talk about the challenges of our youth, the stuff that they're facing, things that they're facing. And for this reason, I'm here to share with you guys this knowledge today and the experiences to help parents and the church, Christian, to understand the problems and the challenges and to create solutions. So, difference of upbringing of two locations here. What is this? This is what? North America, Canada, United States, and this is back home. There's a big difference. If you are a parent and you care about raising your kids, you have to understand there's a difference of upbringing your kids as compared to how you were brought back home. What do I mean by this one? I'm gonna help you out, share some information here. So, number one, upbringing in Ethiopia. The upbringing in Ethiopia is different from upbringing here. Listen, today is no joke. We're losing a lot of young people from drugs, suicide, mental illnesses, from different things. LGBT. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is affecting everyone. Not only Habasha, it's affecting all immigrants. So my point here is that we are Orthodox Tawahdo. How can we know about what's happening in our society and share this information? That's why I'm here to talk to you. This lesson is so important that every Ethiopian and Eritrean Orthodox church should have a lesson like this. That's how important this is, okay? You'll understand what I mean later on. But we need, if you want solution with your youth and the kids, you have to understand this. If you don't understand, good night. Bye-bye. Okay? So, number one, the upbringing in Ethiopia. You can't raise your kids like back home. But there's a solution. Number two, upbringing in North America is different. Canada and Ethiopia, is it the same? No. If it's not the same, how do you want to raise them like back home? Culture is okay. Haymanot is okay. But you have to have the methodologies first to understand where they're raised and also use the knowledge, some of the knowledge I'm going to share with you and the knowledge of our society, what's happening, to approach them and to teach them. So number three is the modern temptation and obstacle. This one is very important, which a lot of parents, they should know about. The fetana, the young people are facing. Many times, Habesha parents especially, you have no idea the young people what they're facing. Many times you have no idea what they're facing in middle school, high school. So I'm going to share with you today. Good news, Essis, I'm going to share with you guys what they're facing. I hope it's going to open your eyes today. Okay. You already know, we all know, church goes through fatana, yeah? Yes, yes, no. Yes, always, as Christians, we have to go through fatana. Beta Christians always going through fatana. Now, what's my point here? Most immigrant, I'm not talking about only Ethiopian, Eritrean, Habesha, most immigrant people, okay, that come to this country, most of them, 90% have no clue of the obstacles and temptations facing this generation in the diaspora. Our youth are faced with many distractions, temptations, through what? Media, Hollywood, television. Don't think it's only our problem. It's not only Habesha problem. This is a problem everywhere you go. So I'm sure in your full-time job, there's people that work with you, maybe they're Muslim, maybe they're Persian, that believe in, their own faith, Zoroastrianism, right? Or a different type of religion. We respect all religion. The point is, you hear a lot of immigrant parents worried about their kids, yes? Yeah. Why? We have a common problem. My point is, today, we are Orthodox Tawahdo. How can we know this information? And not only know this information, take this information, please, today, share it with others, teach others. This is just the beginning. Hopefully, next time we're going to have a part 2 in the church. So, let me continue. Many parents are clueless of the satanic messages, teachings, and agendas that are spread and normalized via school, TV, and music, let alone knowing most parents haven't even heard of such things. Most parents, I'm not kidding, guys, this is some serious information. Most parents have no clue what's happening in our society. Xavier Miskan, thank God, the parents, you guys have a good heart. Most parents have a good heart. They come to this country, immigrants, to raise their kids, to working hard, paying mortgage, paying rent, sending money back home. You're working full-time job, maybe 2 jobs. I understand. But in the same time, we're losing our youth. Question, how do you fix this problem? Okay? To fix this problem, we have to understand what is the problem, what are they facing, get some ideas, and then take it to the next step. May God be with us. Amen. I want to look at these things for you guys. The good thing is it's in Amarinia in English, so you have nothing to worry about. So, number one, I want to look at the fetana young people. This is only some fetana, not all. Some of the fetana young people are facing in school, in the real world, regarding which God, atheism, science, evolution, homosexuality, social media, cult, and occult. Okay, I'm going to explain to you. Which God? So, your son, your daughter, somebody's going to say, what's your Haymanot? And then they're going to tell them. And then your son, your daughter's going to ask, what's your Haymanot? And they're going to say, which God? Yeah, for you guys, you're saying, right? Yeah, I know. But this is fatana. I'm going to explain to you. It's going to make sense. What do I mean by which God? Okay? If somebody says to you that works with you, let's say in your full-time job or whatever job you have, and they say, yeah, I believe in Xavier. I believe in God. You're going to say, oh, Temisgan, Xavier Miskan, you believe in God? What kind of God? Which God? Some people, they believe this is God. So I'm going to show you examples. What do I mean? Number one, just as this example. So polytheism means what? Many. Polytheism is the belief in many gods. So that's one type. What do I mean by that? For example, like the Egyptian gods, Greek gods, Roman gods. So when we say which God, this is important for us to know, so we could defend our faith. Next, henotheism. So heno means one, the belief and worship in one particular God without denying the existence of God. Listen, this is very important. Don't ignore it. What does that mean? For example, one could believe in Jesus Christos, Madhani Alam, and still believe a cow or chicken, dorho, is God. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about, henotheism. So pantheism. Pantheism means believe in all. Pantheism is similar to polytheism in terms of believing in many gods. However, goes beyond and teaches that all and everything is God. All and everything is God. Okay? What does that mean? God is everything and everyone. The garbage bin is God, so garbage is God. I'm not saying that. Kessie is not saying that. Pantheism. Laptop is God. Hammer is God. Your dog is God. Cat is dog. Maybe injera is God. Who knows? Who knows, right? This is the belief of pantheism. So my point is, what I want you guys to understand is we're raising our youth and our kids in a multicultural society, multi-faith society. Do you understand what I'm saying to you guys? There's different religions. We respect every religion. We should respect every religion, but we need to protect and teach our kids and our youth. To teach them first, we need to be knowledgeable ourselves. Atheism, I'm sure most of you guys know what atheism is. This is fatana. A lot of our youth are facing too, especially university. When they go to university, college, they face this. Don't think everything is okay. Prepare yourself from now. Disbelief of God. Maybe the professor is going to say to your daughter or son, I don't believe in God. Don't talk about God. How should our kids deal with that? That kind of fatana, right? Atheism. So they have a doctrine of atheism. You could Google this. There is no God or devil. There is no supernatural realm. All this list is one of their doctrine. Like Christian has doctrine and dogma and so on. And atheism also has their own doctrine. Science. Do we believe science? Yes? No? Is science against Tawhid Haymanat? Or no, we don't have a problem with science. We don't have issue with science. Okay? We respect science. So science itself, it does believing in God and science, does believing in God and science collide? Like I asked you? No, it doesn't. Science doesn't contradict but complements God. Do you go to a family doctor? He went through biology, he studied medical science. Yeah. So we don't have a problem with science, but we have to be careful and teach our kids how to be strong in Tawhid Haymanot. Masarrat is Haymanot. How to be strong in their Haymanot and to teach them, listen, we respect science, but we have to be cautious. There's some dangerous temptation. One of the biggest fatana is evolution. I'm sure you guys heard of evolution. This is one of the things that's highly taught in university. Evolution. So how do you guys deal with evolution? Parents, how do you deal with evolution? What are you going to say to your daughter? What are you going to say to your son? It's a good question. Evolution, the belief that we have evolved from small organism, various species. Evolution denies creator. We are against. Tawahdo Orthodox, as Orthodox, we are against evolution. We don't support evolution. Do we come from monkeys? No. So we're against it. I'm not going to go into details and talk to you too much about evolution. I'm just giving you a little bit. You could go back and read more about Charles Darwin and what he believed in. So evolution, what's the belief? We evolved from apes. No. Evolution is anti-creation. So it's anti-ተዋህዶ ጸረ ተዋህዶ ሃይማኖት. It's against our ሃይማኖት. Homosexuality is another big fatana that you guys are aware of. What month are we in now? Huh? June. What's this month? Huh? Pride. Everywhere you go is LGBT and pride. So, without talking too much about LGBT, I have a different topic about LGBT. Now, without talking too much about it and going into details, I'm going to give you a little information. You see, we are called to love and respect, but not to conform. That's the belief of our church. What about this topic here, what I'm talking about? So, just a few points. You have to understand, like it or not, there's an agenda. You guys know what agenda is. LGBT, the community, the entire thing is an agenda. Now, some of you guys, maybe you're going to say, how do you know? You're just like, how do you know? The good news is, you could Google this information. I'll give you some information myself, but you could Google it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, you know it's an agenda. Now, to persuade, their agenda is what? To persuade and indoctrinate everyone to accepting homosexuality. That's their agenda. They want everyone to accept. Do they want mommy, daddy to accept? No. They want the little kids. That's why they're teaching little kids at a young age, middle school, even younger, yeah? They're teaching them younger. If you're a boy, you could be girl. If you're a girl, you could be a boy. I have a question. You don't have to answer. Think about it. How do you answer this question? How do you teach your kids? What do you say? I know this is big fatana. What do you say? Don't worry. We have answers. But my point is, you need to know. Now, LGBT or homosexuality, the indoctrination, there is a doctrine. What is their doctrine? Homosexuality is not a choice. We are born that way. This is not true. A person born in the wrong body can surgically change to the right gender. Okay. Also, do you guys know what this is? Mazhaf Kudus. Okay. Don't worry. This is Mazhaf Kudus in English. So, why did I put this one here? I want to explain something to you guys. If you want a good English Bible, one of the best English, I didn't say Amaranya is or anything. If you want good English Bible, one of the best ones, I'm not saying the best, is King James. Everybody say King James. King, see? King James Version. It's one of the good Bibles. It's one of the best Bibles, they say. So, why I'm showing you this, get ready, okay? Get ready. Why I'm showing you this? Because I want to show you this. The LGBT came up with their own Bible. See? Queen James Bible. You could order it on Amazon. You're thinking, Gus's, what is this? What are you talking about? I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you one chapter from the Bible. Not from our Mazhaf Kudus, our Bible, from their Bible. What did they do? Okay. In our Mazhaf Kudus, okay, I put an Amarnya here in English, it says, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. This is the right Mazhab Kudus. Now, let's continue. The LGBT, the Queen James, it says, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind in the temple of Malak. You see what they added here? Do you see what they added? Who added this? I'm asking, who added this? Our church? Orthodox? LGBT. This is not our Bible. You see? So, that's what I'm talking about. They're selling this in Amazon. This is old news. I don't know if you guys just found out about it. This is old news. Just when you go home, go and enter the Queen James Bible. See how they're trying to manipulate the younger generation? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Wake up. We need to wake up right now. So this is the right Bible, Mazhaf Kudus, and this is the wrong one. You see? See how Diablos works? When Diablos is working, we need to work too. I want to show you something, okay, very quickly. Today, I'm not going to only show you a slide. I want to show you also a video. So you guys can understand exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, listen to this.
As we celebrate Pride and the progress we've made over these past years, there's still work to be done. So to those of you out there who are still working against...
Where's the other one? Yeah, I'll give you this to control the volume, okay? Here you go. So you can control the volume. It's kind of loud. Okay, I'm going to explain this to you guys very quickly. These guys, I'm going to show you, they're LGBT mezammaran. Listen to what they're saying. I told you who? መዘምራን. For who? LGBT. Listen to what they're saying. Just listen. This is on YouTube. So listen to what they're saying.
People write, we have a message for you. Do you think we're sinful?
Okay, my apologies, guys. We have to. Diablos works. Okay. All right, you ready? Okay, watch.
We've made over these past years, there's still work to be done. So to those of you out there who are still working against equal rights, we have a message for you. Do you think we're sinful? You fight against our rights. You say we all need lives you can't respect. But you're just frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Fight just this once, you're correct. We'll convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. We'll convert your children. We'll make them tolerant and fair.
At first I didn't get why you'd be so scared of us turning your children into accepting, caring people, but I see now why you have a problem.
We'll convert your children, yes we will.
Reaching one and all for your children.
Okay, so I just want. Did you guys hear that one? Okay, so let me go back to the slide. I do apologize to show you guys this. I don't like to show this, but we have no choice. So the mezamrans will convert your children. They're mezamran. What kind of mezamran? Huh? I just told you. What kind of mezamran? LGBT mezamran. You can find this on YouTube. They're telling you. They're not hiding it. We're going to convert who? Your children. So what are you doing? What's parents doing? What are we doing? So that's why I'm saying we need to know about what's happening in our society. Let's continue. Social media is another fatana. So we talked about homosexuality. We talked about the agenda. Of course, there's an agenda without going to details. And what about social media? We know social media is huge and big. And I know it's becoming a challenge for many parents. And I'm going to show you also some few, like 1 or 2 videos, so you understand what I'm talking about. So the problem is not about social media. Social media is not hatiat, but it's the way or how our youth are using it. And we as parents, we need to be aware, knowledgeable, and be smart about it. Okay, now, is there danger for social media? Social media could be used for something positive, as good, or negative. Let me show you this one first.
Kajime parenting alert, a Wisconsin family speaking out about losing their 9-year-old after they say she participated in the so-called blackout challenge on TikTok. Now they're taking the social media giant to court and opening up to GMA about what they want other parents to know. For the Arroyo family, things haven't been the same since the devastating loss of their 9-year-old daughter, Ariani.
Just the sadness I see in my son's eyes. To sing happy birthday to his sister at her grave. It's very hard for all of us. But this is the life now, like we have to adjust to. We sat at a table of 4 chairs. We sit now at 3.
The parents speaking out exclusively to ABC News about a TikTok challenge called Blackout, in which children choke themselves until they pass out.
If you see something online and you see people
Did you guys hear that? Did you hear about the challenge? Okay.
framing it as fun or a challenge
As
or
fun.
something interesting, you're sort of gamifying the particular thing and decreasing people's perception of the risks.
Ariani Arroyo taking part in the fatal trend last February.
We just never thought there was a darker side to, what TikTok allows on its platform.
We don't want no other children out there to be in the statistic of this situation again.
It's a 12-year-old boy.
Did you guys see this online? Yeah? What happened to him? Yeah. So he's Habasha.
After taking part in a social media challenge.
Social media challenge.
was found unconscious in the bathroom of his family's Aurora, Colorado home by his brother. His father says Joshua appeared to have tried to choke himself with a shoelace. He was taken to the hospital where he was put on life support. After 19 days, he succumbed to his injuries. The family says they believe Joshua was doing a social media challenge, similar to what is known as the blackout challenge, where people try to hold their breath for as long as they can. A week after Joshua went into the hospital, his heartbroken father wanted to warn parents.
Okay, so you guys understand what's happening now, yes? So the point is, social media could be used for good, positive, and bad. Now, my point is, we have a responsibility as parents to teach our kids to use it responsibly. I want to show you one more. I found this on YouTube. One thing, Assis, I always say is, this is my opinion, okay? Don't give your kids telephone. Okay, I'm being honest. I have 3 boys. They come to this church. You've seen them before. I don't give them phone. Because if I give them phone, bye-bye. I know what's going to happen. They're good kids, but good kids could turn to be bad kids, yes? Because when you're giving phone to your child, you're giving them the world. Access to everything. And believe me, as a kahan, I hear a lot of young people telling me, Assis, you know what? This sin or hatya that I'm committing was because of the phone. I don't want to go into details, tell you what I'm talking about. They access bad things because of the phone, evil things, and they become addicted. My point is we have to be careful. And not only that, trafficking. You heard about trafficking before? It's big now. They traffic kids. They sell them maybe for body parts. I don't know. But we have to be very, very careful. I'm going to show you an experiment they did online. This guy, I don't know who he is, but on YouTube, he did this with the parents.
Her name is Jenna. She's 14 years old. We've been talking online over text message and even had a phone conversation.
So right now we have the parents of Jenna. Jenna thinks her parents are going out tonight for date night. She thinks my brother is going to be driving, so she's going to get in the car, but she doesn't actually know that it's all just me. So I'm going to text her right now. Did your parents leave yet? Yeah, like 15 minutes ago. Do you think she's going to go through with this? Okay. What's your address? Alright, is this your house?
Yeah.
Her parents are shocked.
Okay, let's go. Alright. We are here to come out. You don't think she's coming out?
She better not be coming out.
Okay, so you know. Yeah. That's what it's on. Careful with this. Yeah. Pop in. It's in the back. Over
Jenna, stop it. Give another platter. Jenna, look, turn around. Turn around. Turn around. How to dare go to the stranger's bar.
What are you thinking? Just explain.
Give me your phone right now. Give me your phone now.
What would have happened if you came out and it wasn't us sitting back here and there were really crazy people back here?
You never want to saw you again.
You guys understand this video, yeah? You see? He did this experiment deliberately. So how many of your kids have phone? You see what I'm talking about? The problem is we have a lot of crazy, sick people. So they'll communicate with our kids and say, hi, how are you? With AI, you could do almost anything now. Maybe let's say you have a daughter. She's 13 years old. And maybe a guy who's 60 years old, he sees her, oh, my name is John. I'm 14 years old like you. You're cute. You're beautiful. Your mom and dad home? You see? Reverse psychology. And then he builds a relationship slowly and gradually. And then one day, can we meet in the park when your parents are gone? Just like this. And then kidnapping. Bye-bye. Finish. See? So this guy did this experiment, and I'm very happy that he did this for the parents. And I think, from my understanding, he has a lot of videos online on YouTube to teach parents and to prepare parents. So my point is, social media is not the issue. It's how our youth are using it. And like I said, personally, I would say don't give your kids a phone. Even iPad. If you're going to give them iPad, just make sure you're going to monitor the iPad. Even laptop, make sure you monitor the laptop. You understand what I'm saying, monitor? You have to make sure you're on top of it. I'm going to help you today. I'm going to help you guys for the parents, okay? You could write this down. If you want to protect your kids, let's say you want to give them laptop, you could download programs, parental control. It's called parental control programs or apps. So I hope you guys are taking notes of this. This is for you, not for me. I'm trying to share this to help you guys out. So another fatana is, we talked about social media. We talked about other things like, atheism, witch god, and LGBT, a little bit of this and that. I want to talk about cults, okay? Cults. This is something, like I said before, I mentioned this before, that a lot of people don't even know. When I say a lot of people, especially immigrants that come to this country, they have no idea what cults are. If you ask a lot of them, they don't know. So at least today we could take some information and educate ourselves. So cult is like, it's connected basically to magic. So a system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward particular figure or object. Why is this important? Cassis, why are you telling us this? I'm going to explain to you why I'm telling you this, okay? Soon. Okay? So, cult, my apologies, that's occult. We'll get to the occult, my fault. So, cult groups are where you have a leader who's leading or misleading people using reverse psychology. For example, this guy, he's not alive. He looks like Papas. He's not a Papas, okay? So, this guy, he lived in the United States. His name is Yahweh Ben Yahweh. What does that mean? You could Google this. He's saying, he was teaching, he's not alive anymore. He said, I am Madhani Alam. Okay? He's saying, I was Madhani Alam. He had a lot of followers. Go Google this guy. Yahweh Ben Yahweh. He had a lot of followers. He got arrested, I believe, by the FBI. When he went to jail, people visited him. They said, if you are Jesus Christos Madhani Alam, why are you in prison? He said, because I have to suffer, go through Makkah. You know how he died? Cancer. Okay? And he said, I'm Madhani Alam, savior of the world. So these are cult leaders. This guy, I believe it was 3-4 years ago, he became famous in Africa. He's a cult leader. He says, I am Jesus. He has Hawariyat, 12 apostles following him. I know, I'm not concerned about you guys. The problem is not about the parents. The issue is with who? What we're concerned about is with our kids, with our youth, because there's a lot of manipulation. Cult groups usually, they demand worship, and most cult leaders in their doctrine is to influence others to commit suicide. And it usually ends in tragedy. Okay? So this is what I was mentioning to you earlier when I made that mistake. So you have cult and then you have occult. There's a difference. Occult, what does that mean? So secret hidden knowledge, supernatural, mystical practice, or relating to magical powers or magic, and activities such as those of witchcraft. Okay? You already know, we know, even as Christians, that magic exists. You can look at Metzhaf Enoch, the book of Enoch. I'm not going to read it for you guys. It's available in the Bible regarding magic, witchcraft. God is against witchcraft. You guys already know this. I'm not trying to teach you guys. I'm trying to prepare you and show you something, okay? So these things are popular in our culture: astrology, mediums, Ouija board, and so on. Now, Assis, I'm going to show you some examples of what I'm talking about, okay? Just bear with me. I'm going to show you a short video of occult and the magic I'm speaking about, or I'm explaining to you guys. Just watch this for a second, okay? Okay, give me a second. Okay. So one of the satanic temptations, Satan, he's working consistently. As I said before, and as I've been mentioning to you guys, he's working consistently to attract to the young people. And we have a responsibility. One of the things that he's using is, before I show you the video, look at the screen, okay? You can take a picture. Look at the next one. It's called Ouija board. I'm sure maybe one or two of you guys probably heard of Ouija board. What is this? What is A, B, C, D, E, F, G? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goodbye? Yes? No? What is that? What does that mean? So before I do a quick explanation, I'm going to show you a video regarding this Ouija board, okay? Just very quickly, it's a short video. Can you put the volume? Yeah. Hold on.
To reach out to the spirit world. Oh, paranormal expert Mark Edward is helping these volunteers use a Ouija board to reach out to the spirit world.
Grandpa, are you happy?
And now this woman seems to be in a deep supernatural conversation with her deceased grandfather.
Yes, that's it. Grandpa is happy.
Are you starting to believe?
So now how do you feel?
I don't know, it's makes me want to cry. I'm happy that he's happy. I'm a believer.
Supernatural conversation with her deceased grandfather.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stop here. I want to show you something. This is called what? Ouija board. Okay? So, I'm showing you this video. This was, I think, Discovery Channel? I think it was Discovery Channel. I think so. Yeah. So, why I'm showing you this, you see? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, goodbye. It has yes, no. What is this? This is connected to magic, occult. So, they're sharing this, teaching this, and relaying this, even at school. I remember when I was young, in our school, they had this. And this is a long time ago. Imagine now. I don't know here in Canada, but in the United States, you could go to the store, Walmart, and buy this. This is coming straight from Diablos. Why? Because they see the kids or the youth, they sit around the table, listen carefully, and they ask questions. They put their hands here. You see this? Or a cup. They use cup, or they put their hand here. You could ask any question. For example, if your grandmother, she died many years ago, you could say, Grandma, how are you? Are you okay? Grandma's dead. This is going to start to move. Who's moving it? Aganent. Diablos. This is real stuff. This is why they say, Ouija board, you have to be very careful. Now, why is Cassis talking about this? Some of you guys are going to say, Cassis, I don't care about this. Maybe, I don't know. You should care. Why? This is happening even in Habesha houses. Parents, they don't know. They don't know these things. Do you know if your daughter and son is bringing a Ouija board at home? Do you know if your kids are playing this? This is satanic. So you have to be careful. Why this is satanic? Because of all of everything I explained to you. Not only that, it opens the door for more aganent to come inside your house. Demons. Do you want aganent demons to come to your house? No. I want Member Abraham Kudus Mikael to come to my house, okay? So, you have to be smart. We have to know about what's going on. So when I talked about magic and the occult, there's a reason why Cassis is telling you these things. Because as a Cassis, as a Kahan, we're dealing with a lot of these things and it's becoming a serious matter. So we need to know, at least gain some knowledge and brace ourselves. I'm going to show you another one, okay? But let me show you screen first. There's another thing called channeling. A lot of people, they don't know what a channeling is. Let me quickly explain to you, okay? When you hear channeling, what are you thinking in your mind? Huh? TV and channel, yeah? So if you have the remote, you change the channel. What does channeling mean? I'm giving you bonus information today. This is stuff that a lot of our people, they don't know. What does channeling mean? So for example, you sit down like yoga. You guys know yoga, right? You sit down like a yoga position. Okay? I'm going to give you a demonstration of how they do the channeling, okay? Just for educational purposes. They close their eyes and they start to say, Why are they saying that? They're calling aganent, manifest, spirits. They channel. You know, like TV channel? They're channeling for aganent, for demons. They think they're angels, malaik. No. Why is this important to you guys? I'm not going to tell you where. In Ontario, I remember a few years ago, a Cassis, he called me. He said, please help this young guy, Habeshan guy. I didn't know what happened to him. You know what he told me? He told me, Cassis, I was doing channeling. His mind is messed up. Psychologically, he's messed up. I tried to help him. He said, Cassis, I see things. So this is some serious stuff, guys. We need to know about these things. Embrace ourselves. So let me show you another one. Have you guys ever heard of this before? In 2017, look behind me in the screen. 2017 on YouTube, this was famous. This was huge. It's called Charlie, Charlie. What does Charlie, Charlie mean? I'm just going to show you a little quick video so you understand. Charlie, Charlie, and this is just for demonstration purpose.
Charlie, Charlie, are you here?
So there was this popular game. Parents, they didn't know. I think it was around 2017. I was talking about this in other churches too. So you have yes, no, no, yes. What are these? Do you guys see what is this? What is this? Okay, it's not supposed to be correct, but what is it? Pen? Pencil, yeah. So they put pencil like this, and they sit around, they ask, Charlie, Charlie, can I ask you a question? Mindano, Charlie, Charlie. Who's Charlie, Charlie? Diablos. So when they ask Charlie, Charlie, the pencil moves. Charlie, Charlie, is it gonna snow tomorrow? Yes. No. Who's moving it? Who's moving it? Satan. From what I heard, maybe I'm wrong, you could Google this. I think they had it on One News. They said it was a demon who came from Mexico. I don't know. I've seen this online. So let me just show you quick. This guy's doing a demonstration about Charlie, Charlie. So we have to be very careful. Because young people think it's fun. It's not fun.
Are you here? Oh, yeah, right. Charlie, Charlie, are you an evil spirit? Charlie, Charlie, can I go? Charlie, Charlie, are you going to hurt me? I was told by my friend you can't tell it goodbye. He has to let you go.
Okay. So let us continue. Okay, guys. So I do apologize to you guys today. Maybe you're going to go home, not sleep tonight. I don't know. I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm only trying to educate you, okay? So that you guys are aware. So Charlie, Charlie is one of the things that was very popular a few years ago. And why is this important? Why is this important, Cassis? Why? Because we have a lot of our young people getting involved in these things. I know most of the time, parents, I'm sorry to say it this way, a lot of parents, they're going to say, it's not my business, Cassis, I don't care, until it happens in your house. Then when it happens in your home, you're going to say, Cassis, help me, Abatachin, help me. It's almost too late. Almost. I'm not saying impossible. So we have to be very careful, and I'm going to prove to you what I'm talking about, because even as Habesha people, we think, you know what? No, Cassis, we are okay. We are Habesha. It's not going to happen to us. Okay, so I'm going to show you something, and everything I show you, I reference, okay? I'm going to show you about our sister here. She's Ethiopian. She's Ethiopian. Watch her video. This is on YouTube. And she's a witch.
There are as many ways to be a witch as there are witches, but one thorough line never runs.
She teaches magic.
Magical practice. That magic is a practice for the oppressed. It's a practice of people who have been rejected, cast off, or marginalized by society. As a Black woman, trauma has touched so many parts of my life. I first started to deepen my practice when I was coming out of an especially traumatic situation. In the aftermath of trauma, especially this really intimate trauma, you kind of feel like your whole world has exploded, that you don't have a way for understanding who you are or how you relate to the world around you. So my magical practice, my witchcraft, was a way of reorganizing the world around me, re-understanding who I was and how I could exist in the world. When I was kind of in the deepest pits of depression and struggling with anxiety, even though I knew that the right thing to do would be to get out of bed and take a shower, I just didn't feel like I deserved those things. But by giving myself a ritual, that transformed into, I have to get up and take a shower because there is a part of me that is holy, and that holy part deserves to be taken care of. So while talk therapy was very helpful to me, it was actually magic and ritualistic practice that helped me get to my therapist's office in the first place. Whether it's acute trauma or if it's the kind of trauma that exists when you exist in a body that society doesn't accept or doesn't value.
I'm going to stop here. Did you hear what she said? What helped me? Tawahdo? I'm asking you guys. She said Tawahdo helped me or magic? Magic. She was going through trauma and stress. She's saying magic helped her. I'm only showing you a little video. You can find her on YouTube. I believe she has a website too. And she talks about, she's Ethiopian, and she talks about her background. But the point is, she's Habesha. And look what she's doing. So we pray for her. My point is, I want to demonstrate to you guys that, yes, this is even happening in our community.
Helpful because it's a practice that really centers my personal value. And in a world that keeps telling me that I don't have value, that's a really radical act. When I was a kid, my understanding of magic came from kids shows, right? One of my strongest memories of seeing a witch on TV was this old Scooby-Doo movie where, the witches were like these cool punk rock girls. It's like Macbeth witches over some bubbling cauldron naked in the woods. And when I got older and actually started developing my own practice, I found that a lot of things that are magic were things that I was raised with, that I grew up with. My family is Ethiopian. My mom never would have called herself a witch, but there were a lot of beliefs in our household. It wasn't until I got older that I started dabbling in magic on my own. And the first sort of official magic that I practiced was tarot. I picked up a tarot deck. I kind of thought it just to like have something to play around with. And then I started doing readings. That this is actually, true is a really loaded word, but this is real, right? This is giving me something that I couldn't have gotten without using this.
Okay, so I think that's enough. So I wanted to show you, let me show you her face here and her name. You can find her interview online. She's a witch and she teaches magic, teaches also. And she's Ethiopian. Here's another one. She's from Ontario. She's Eritrean. She lives here in Ontario. And I'm going to show you her video too. Her name, she goes by the title of, she has a song out. She's a singer. She's called Witch Prophet. That's all we could say. Okay. Okay, listen to her.
My queerness and my East African, Ethiopian heritage.
She's part of the LGBT too. That's why she's saying, my queerness. Okay, listen. Okay. Let me decrease the volume a little bit. Okay.
East African, Ethiopian, Eritrean heritage is connected, and this community is large, and it is really important for me to continue to be out there and be like, hey, here I am, I'm queer, and also I am this cultural goddess that you can now bow down to. Like, you know what I mean? My name is Ayolani, also known as...
That's her wife. This DJ here, that's her wife.
And I am, I guess, an R&B soul singer-songwriter. I always usually write it from the aspect of like thinking about somebody and then I write the song. So that's not hard. What was a little bit tricky was actually doing the research into my family tree because I really didn't know. As a child of the diaspora, my family came to Canada when I was 4, so I was born and raised in Kenya, but my family had immigrated from Eritrea to Kenya during the war between Ethiopia, so like I didn't really know what my culture was. Music wasn't really looked at as something as like a good career, and then as I was learning about myself and my culture for this album, I realized, no, I'm completely wrong. Like, there's such a depth in the art and the music wasn't just about war, which is what I grew up believing. Like, that was what was allowed to be sung about. Before that, like, Ethiopia had like a crazy emergence of like jazz and like, this like new style. This is something I didn't even know about. Like, I'm definitely Ethiopian and Eritrean and really going into finding out who I am, and so that process is like, it's hard because it's like, oh my God, I have to unlearn all these things, and so that's what this album is.
Okay, I think we heard enough from her. Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So first, this one here, and we pray for both of them. And I think I have 2 more videos to show you guys. Okay, so all of this under occult, connected to magic and the witches, both, as we saw before, she's a witch, she teaches magic, and she's a witch prophet. And another thing we should know is the spread of Luciferian church. Okay? So we know how we have here Qudus Gabriel Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Toronto, we have churches. And Ontario, we have churches. In other provinces, we have churches. There's so many Orthodox churches. Just like there's Orthodox churches, there's an agenda to have various churches too. What kind of church? Luciferian church. There's an agenda. So, this agenda is for the entire North America. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they had a big gubae in Toronto around 2013, if I'm not mistaken. They had a big conference, big gubae, and they came together, they prayed to who? Not Madhani Alam, to Satan. And one of the agenda was to spread Luciferianism. Now, why is this important? As everything I've been telling you guys, it's important for us because they don't want us, they want our kids. I think this is in New Zealand. So you see, it's all over the world. Toronto, America, New Zealand. So, I don't know if you guys know about this. Did you know, like in our Tawahid Orthodox Church, we have Qadasi. Okay? Qadasi. You know, Luciferian, they have their own Qadasi. It's called Black Mass. They have Qadasi, not Tawahid Qadasi. They have their own Qadasi. So, what do I mean by that? I don't have a video for this, but I want to show you very quickly. You could Google this and you can find more. His name is Lika Kahanat Adam. Lika Kahanat Adam. Okay? What kind of Kahan is he? For Satan, yeah. He's Luciferian Kahan. And you can see his interviews on YouTube. Write down his name, you can see his interview. And I don't want you to see it, but for you to gain knowledge, to understand what's happening. So he's worshiping who? Did you notice the meskal? Have you guys noticed the meskal? Upside down? Okay. Look. Membara Tabot. Just like we have Membara Tabot. See? Lips. Look at that. Look at this. So what? You see how we take Qudus Qurban? They have their own salat. What's going on here? You guys could Google this and check it out. You know, there's now in various universities where they want, actually they've succeeded in some universities where they're conducting Qadasi. So they rent a room, they conduct Qadasi. What kind of Qadasi? Tawahdo? No, Luciferian Qadasi. Okay? And these are Luciferian Mazammaran. Look at them. Okay? Luciferian Mazammaran. I'm not making it up. It's all, you can find this online. They're singers. They sing Mazmur. Okay? Not for God, for Diablos. Okay. So, this is very important for you guys too. In addition to everything I'm saying, did you guys know there's after school satanic club? Not only in this city, this is old news. Some of you guys, maybe you heard about it today, you're shocked. This is old news. And it's increasing. You guys heard about after school program like math program, biology program? Yeah, we have that in Canada, United States. You see, Luciferian, they're very smart. They came up with a plan. It's called After School Satanic Club. Okay? Who is it for? Not for mommy and daddy. It's for who? The young kids, the young youth. This is their website. You can apply and be a teacher. They'll train you to be a teacher. So for example, if you want to be a teacher and to start your own class in London, Ontario, you could be certified, go to their website and apply and become a teacher and start after school program in London, Ontario. See how simple it is? This is their website. This is coloring book. You guys know what a coloring book is for little kids, yeah? Luciferian. Look at this, Luciferian. And this is old news. This is not even new. Look at the coloring book. Let me show you very quickly. There's a very short video. If you go online on YouTube when you go home, just enter on YouTube After School Satanic Club and you'll find exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? But let me just show you a very short video on that.
Does this look wholesome to you? This video alone can freak out parents, but the Satanic Temple is trying to reach students by getting into elementary schools nationwide. The group says it's an alternative to a Christian-based after-school program. Representative Mark Boyle's been looking into this, and Mark, they say it's a kid-friendly club.
That's right, hard to believe, but that's exactly what they preach here, and this is the parental permission slip they're handing out so your kid can participate. Here's the after-school Satan website. They even have a children's book dedicated to this. Now, they say there are some wholesome activities and lessons to be learned, and others believe it has no place around children. It could turn into one hellish extracurricular activity. That is, if the Satanic Temple has its way.
It's after school Satan, so I picture it sort of more like Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts.
Yep, you heard that right. It's called After School Satan. Amy Jensen, who graduated from DU and used to teach in Denver, has offered to sponsor the club at this Tucson school. Jensen says it's more about opening minds and less about worshiping Satan.
It's not where we sit down and we talk about.
It's not about worshiping Satan, it's about opening mind. Did you listen to that? This is reverse psychology.
Satan, when we talk about religion, and we talk about all of those things, actually, those are thrown to the wayside. And they're based in science and more of cultural awareness.
Cultural awareness, science. We don't teach about Satan. Really? She doesn't teach about Satan?
We're not actually talking about Satan and Satanism because we have no interest in converting. It's just that in our religion, science and reason is what is the most valuable.
But there is obviously a lot of concern here. Some, like Liberty Council founder Matt Staver, say the club is nothing more than a bunch of atheists trying to fight back against Christian-based after-school programs.
This particular so-called Satanist club is not wanting to be there to express a viewpoint. They're wanting to disrupt the process.
I want to say that everybody's entitled to their beliefs. However, I feel like that's just a little odd.
Staver says he's seen pushes like this before, which have failed. The future of after-school Satan is still unclear, but the thought of it is certainly freaking a lot of people out.
I'll say you will the last hour, several dozen people here.
And the rally was time to say that.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. You can find more online. And again, please forgive me. I don't want to show you these videos. I really don't want to. I don't even like them myself. But you have to see it so you can understand what I'm talking about. So this is the Satanic book, coloring book. This is from their book. Little kids book, coloring book. You see? Kids. Who's this? Baphomet, Diablos, Satan. What are they trying to say? What are they trying to teach the young people? Satan is fun. Satan is good. Okay? So this is the Baphomet statue, and they move the statue in various parts of the United States, and some of them worship and some of them they party around the statue. What is the agenda? The agenda is to convert and manipulate our youth. From what? From Christianity, from Madhani Alam, to Satan, Luciferianism. From Qubus Mescal to Pentagram. So my question I have for you to think about as parents, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are we going to do about it as parents? Something to think about. So focus, prioritize, be vigilant, and educate yourself. The participation of Habeshan youth in the occult is increasing. Not decreasing, it's increasing. I already showed you 2 videos of our Habesha sisters. Okay, that's just 2 videos. So don't think, no, Habeshas are not involved in this. We're not worried. And some of our youth are joining for money and for different purposes. One last video, okay, for this session. I'm going to show you. But before I show you the video, watch the next screen. Have you guys ever heard of this before? Okay. Beyonce Beta Christian? You know Beyonce. Everybody knows Beyonce, yeah? Have you ever heard of Beyonce church before? I see your face. You're shocked. Okay? I know you're shocked. I know. Today you guys are going to have nightmare. Okay? I'm going to show you one last video. My apologies again. Okay. This is again on YouTube. This is California. Beyonce Church. See how Satan's working? San Francisco.
Cathedral in San Francisco, California.
Cathedral, big church.
Hundreds of folks are going to come here to witness the Beyonce Mass.
Beyonce Mass. What does that mean? Beyonce Kadasye. Mass means Kadasye. Okay? Catholics, they use the word Mass. We use liturgy. But it means Kadasye.
Together, secular music and a religious message to tell a story of empowerment for particularly women of color, but for anyone who happens to sing praises to the goddess herself, Beyonce.
Look at this nice church.
Yo, I'm out of breath because we sing Beyonce in church.
What can you tell me about the progressive nature of Grace Cathedral?
I think a lot of the people who show up tonight are people of color, LGBT people, people on whom other people's narrative.
LGBT, did you hear that? It's all connected.
Have been projected. And I mean, just to be honest, the church hasn't been the best at lifting up those voices. It really began as us saying, how can we actually be the people of God that we hope to be in the world?
And Beyonce is the perfect passage to get that message out there.
Honestly, I think Beyonce is a better theologian than many of the pastors and priests in our church today. That is not an exaggeration.
The Lord be with you.
Lift up your hearts.
Okay, I want you guys to watch this. Look, they're doing Kadasye.
The Lord be with you.
Just watch. She's Kahan.
That is not an exaggeration.
The Lord be with you.
Did you understand what they're saying? The Lord be with you. This is what we say in Kadasye. እግዚአብሔር ምስለ ኩልክሙ. Don't we say that? ምስለ መንፈስ. Exactly same copy, but in English. The Lord be with you. Listen, they're doing Kadasye. Who is this Kadasye for? Madhani Beyonce. Listen to what they're going to say.
Lift up your hearts.
Al-ulu al-babi kumu. See? Lift up your heart. Exactly like Ge'ez, translation in English. Why copy from us?
We live in a world where a mostly male church debates whether or not women should be ordained. But Jesus chose Mary of Nazareth, a woman of color, and another woman of color, Mary of Magdala, to be the prophet of the resurrection. So what is very clear to me is that God is a lot more comfortable in trusting his power and authority to women of color than the church is.
I am unapologetically a minister of the gospel. I am unapologetically a biblical scholar.
So they're taking Qudus Qurban, Holy Communion. For what? I don't understand. Like, it's not from Madhani Alam. They don't believe in Madhani Alam.
And I am unapologetically a Beyonce fan. And I don't feel like I need to apologize for any of those things.
She's a Kahan. She's the one who says, Al-ulu al-wabi kamu. Okay, so no more videos for you guys. I think that's the last one. Okay. Okay. Today, shared a lot of information with you guys. Okay, let's continue. So Beyonce Church, you could do your own research. One of Satan's agenda. Okay, so media outlet of entertainment that is used. You guys already know this. Television, for example, television, Hollywood, movie shows, news, social media. Some of the tools, Diablos uses to sway our youth. Again, what's Kasi saying? I'm not saying, listen, television is evil, it's hatya. That's not what I'm saying. You can watch television to watch something positive. You could use television to watch something good, something positive, like a show, something that's manfasawi, spiritual. But the point is, how do we go about in knowing this information, using this information, teaching our kids and having conversation with them and guiding them the right way? The media is one of the most effective tools used by Diablos to change the mind and belief of a person. It is a very powerful tool used to control and sway the thinking of many to reach an objective goal. Let us educate our kids. Now, what's concerning is AI. With AI now, it's getting worse. How do you know what's real? How do you know what's not real? So, I know it's difficult, but we need to teach our kids, our youth, Haymanut. We need to teach them the foundation, masarat. If we teach them haymanot, and if we teach them the basic things, and we create that good environment in our house, I think with God's grace, things are going to be okay. So I talked about which God, atheism, science, evolution, homosexuality, social media. If you want to take a picture so you could do your own research. Take a picture. If I'm going too fast, when we finish the gubaya, come and see me so I could go back to one of the slides and you could take a picture of it. Okay? I could go back later. So, I want to give you one verse from Mithaf Qudus, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. That's what we're trying to do today. Expose them. Expose Diablos, Aganant, and their work. Solution. Without going into too much details. Is there a solution? Yeah. What is the solution? Number one, home. The number one is home. Second is church. So sometimes we hear this in the church. You know, parents, they think sending their kids to Sunday school or sending them to the kahin is a solution. That's it. Kassis is going to fix all the problem. No. Foundation, masarrat is where? Home. Why is Kassis saying this to you? From experience as a kahin. For example, when we're teaching the young people, they're amazing, they're resilient. If we say, for example, Isoma Hawariyat, we need to fast. We have 7 fasts in the Tawhid Orthodox Church. A lot of our youth, they're amazing. They listen. Here's the problem we've noticed. They come back to us. I'm not lying to you guys. This is from experience. They say, Kassis, I'm not fasting anymore. Why? Because my mommy said I need to gain weight. I'm drinking milk. This happens so many times. What kind of example are you setting for your kids? So, see what I'm talking about? Home. Teach them haymanot. Teach them culture. Teach them how to deal with others, to deal with the society, to be good Christians, to have that good character. So the foundation is home. Second is church. When I say home, 3 quick points. Spiritual life at home. How's the spiritual life? Does mommy and daddy take Qudus Qurban, or you don't take Qudus Qurban? You want your kids to take Qudus Qurban? Huh? That's a good question. You know how many young people they say this? Kassis, my mom tells me to take Qudus Qurban, but she doesn't take Qudus Qurban. So, in many churches, spiritual life, Menfasawi, spiritual life at home, how is it? Parents setting a good example. Everything you talk about on the phone, your kids are listening to you. Everything you say, they're observing you. The way you act, they're watching you. Also, responsibility of parents. What's the responsibility of parents? Not only to pay mortgage, not only to buy groceries. You have a responsibility for your kids to teach them your culture. Did you hear what I said? To teach them what? Culture. To teach them what else? Haymanot. You know, most Habashas and immigrants, the problem is they're busy, paying mortgage, paying rent, busy, all the time busy. When you're busy, your kids are growing. Next thing you know, shut up, mommy. I'm sorry to say this. Shut up, daddy. I don't want to listen to you. I don't care about you. I don't care about my culture. I don't care about Tawhado. Then you're going to have a headache. You're going to finish Tylenol. Yeah? You're going to take Tylenol. Or Advil. And then you're going to say, Kassis, please help me. So, what am I trying to say? Let's use some of these points and apply them and start at a young age. Number 2 is church. Next time, hopefully we're going to do another one, part 2, and I'm going to give you more detailed information about this. Today I'm just giving you short, just to leave you with something. Number 2 is church. I said number 1 is home, number 2 is Beta Christian. Does Beta Christian have responsibility? Yeah. To do what? Research current events and trends, like I was showing you today, presenting you. Be updated. Seminars at church, like we are doing today, lesson and discussion. Every Tawhid Orthodox church should be doing what we're doing today. Very important. Teach about Tawhid faith, spirituality, and Zemenawi or contemporary topics like I was talking about today. Do you think, Assis, I'm happy to talk about these topics? No. Do we have a choice? Yes, no. We have no choice. You think I want to talk about LGBT? No. We have no choice. Because one day, parents are going to ask you, Mommy, Daddy, what do you think about LGBT? What are you going to say? When they ask you about some of these things I told you about today, what are you going to say? So we have to be ready from now. More English services, lessons, and prayers. Why do you think we're saying to you guys, please help us, please support us to have more English services. I know originally our language is not English. We're using English to teach our kids Haymanot. Last week, Sunday, we celebrated something in our church. Ba'ala Manfas Kudus. Ba'ala Manfas Kudus is the day the Kudus Hawariyat received what? Manfas Kudus. They started to speak in Ge'ez. What does it say? Lisanat. What's lisanat? Huh? Tongues. Tongues means what? Language. See? Is English language? Yeah. So what we're saying is, let's use English. Using English doesn't mean, some few Habesha people, I'm sorry to say this, they've said this to us in the past. No, we don't want English service in the church. This is tahadduso. This is not tahadduso, this is language. Tahadduso is different. Language. Lisanat. Let's use English to teach our youth. Because our youth are smart and resilient, to teach them lessons and prayers and tzolot. You guys, I'm not kidding you. If you don't believe me, if we use English, we're going to help them. And they're going to understand the church better. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. When you go home, if you don't know, go and Google. No, not Google. Go on YouTube and put SPOT, Spot Church. You heard of a Spot Church before? St. Paul, Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. Qudus Paulus Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Where? Washington, D.C. The first Ethiopian Orthodox Church, all English Qudase. Butsu Abatachin Abu Nafaniel gave them tablet. Go and see and come and challenge me if I'm lying. Did you see the church? Did you guys see it on YouTube before? The church is full with young people. Why? Because they understand. Help me. They understand what? The language. Please go home today. Just enter Spot Church. Spot means St. Paul, Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church in DC. The church is full. They're baptizing every week. Newcomers. Different ethnicities. Xavier Miskan. This church is for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, green. This church is for everyone. But you see how amazing our young people are? Because of Butsu Abatachin Abu Nafaniel Xavier Miskan. Because of this opportunity he's giving them. My point is that our youth are resilient, they're smart. If we teach them, number one, at home, and the church also helps them. So we need your support. We need everybody's support. So conducting conference, retreat, outings, and clergy should be involved. Clergy means kahanat should be involved too. It will be really good. I'm going to show you these few pictures and we're finished. What is this? Member of Arhan, Qudus Mariam Beit Christian, Toronto. Last year, when we did Amatawi Gubaye, the first ever Amatawi Gubaye we did last year in Member of Arhan, Beit Christian, Toronto. So we had a lot of good turnout. We took photos of it. We had discussions, English program, Tzolot HaKidan in English. When I say Tzolot HaKidan, I'm talking about Nibab, just the reading. Not the first part. Qudus Xavier, Qudus Hayal, Qudus Hiyaw, that stays the same. Kiakel stayed the same. Qudus Xavier, Qudus Hayal stayed the same. But the Nibab, the reading was in English. Everybody was happy. They wanted to know more about their faith. So this is last year, Amatawi Gubaye, the first one we did. Xavier Miskan. Thanks to Butsu Abatachin Abu Dimitros and our fathers. So here's some more photos. See, we had discussion, we had a lot of fun. What's my point? What's Cassie's point? What's my point here? Do you guys understand what I'm saying to you guys? Parents and the church have a responsibility. Listen, this is serious. If your mentality is, no, Cassis, let me tell you something. I am Ethiopiawi. I don't care about anything else. I want Ge'ez and Amaranya. You better close this church now. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. That's it. There's no future for the church. If you want this church to grow, and if you want this church to continue, we have to be open-minded now. We have to be smart. You see? And look at our youth. They're resilient. See? Look what they did. This is our youth. Look, they put here exhibition. Wangelawian. Who are the Wangelawian? Wangelo Qudus Matios. They put some history here. And they put some church feast. Ba'alat. Exhibition. Who did this? The youth. Aren't you happy to see this? Yes or no? Yes. This is the youth. Wouldn't you be happy for your son, your daughter to do this? Yes. If my sons are doing this, your kids are doing it, I'm happy too as a Cassis. That's what we're trying to do. Yeah, Xavier Miskan. So my point is, they say you can't clap with one hand, okay? Let's work together. We need your support. So this is in Edmonton. Look at them. We gave them some questionnaires. We did gubae in English. We taught them about various topics. Yesterday, I came back from Member Abraham in the Samariam, Toronto. Xavier Miskan. We had amazing gubae, 17 plus. What was the topic about? Relationship. Girlfriend, boyfriend. Taklid. It was really nice. Lesson in English, and then we had discussion. Not this one. This was in Edmonton, similar. The feedback was amazing. Why do you think? Let me ask you, why do you think they were happy? Why? The answer is easy. Because of what language? English, yeah. They're like, thank you, Cassis. English, we understand. Thank you for explaining to us. Taklid? Oh, boyfriend, girlfriend? This is Salat with Christian? Thank you. You try to explain that in Amarnia? Good night. Yeah, let's be honest. So I'm telling you from yesterday, because I came back from Toronto, I came back happy. Because I know our youth are amazing. They're resilient, they're smart. They just need opportunity. If we give them opportunity, we support them, you're going to see they're going to do great things. As a matter of fact, if we give them opportunity, you're going to see they're going to build cathedral for us. They will. Again, this is some fun stuff that we did. This is Edmonton. We had Metzhaf Kudus, spiritual questions, Tawado questions, Q&A. Our beloved sister, she won Metzhaf Kudus. Here, this is a Victoria, Kudus Gabriel Ethiopian Orthodox Water Church. He won a shirt, okay? There was an iWatch. She won the iWatch, okay? He wasn't happy about the shirt. He wanted the iWatch. But Xavier, we had fun. We learned about Tawado Haymanot, but also we mix fun. Do you understand what I'm saying to you guys? It wasn't boring. So we had fun, and we taught them about Tawado Haymanot and Memphis Howie spiritual topics. You see? Look, they're smiling, they're happy. Because it's in English, it's fun, and we're mixing all these things together. Okay? So when I said kahanat, you remember what I said? When we have these kind of gubayas, it's good to have our kahanat with us. Because the youth, when they see their fathers, they have tasfah. They're very hopeful. So this is Cassis Musie. He's from Minnesota. This is one of our, I think it's Cassis Dawit from Kitchener. So you see, he was with us. They were with us during the Gubae. They were very supportive. So we need our kahanat. We need Me'menan. We need everybody to support this kind of Gubaes. Okay, I think that's about it. Our topic today, very important topic. This is just one. Hopefully next time, I have more topics like this. Topics that's very important for parents with Amarenia in the English slides. And hopefully we could do part 2 next time. And in the meantime, I do apologize to you guys if I scared you. I didn't want to scare you guys. I just wanted to share with you guys reality. You know what reality means? The real things that's happening in our society. We have to know. If we don't know, we can't. Then if we don't know, how are we going to be equipped to help our youth and our kids? So church, Beta Christian, Me'menan, parents, kahanat, all of us need to be knowledgeable and know about what's happening. We don't want to know about these things, of course. It's not our culture, okay? It doesn't even go to our haymanot, but we have to be educated about it and do our best to teach our kids and our youth. Okay, so I think I'm going to end here. I will give you an opportunity if you want to ask me a question about what I was talking about, or if you want to make a comment. I will leave this to you guys. Did I scare you guys today? Huh? Huh? Is she? Does anybody have a question about what I was talking about? Yeah.
Well, you were talking about how not to use your religion. It's the same thing that's happening to the indigenous people. So they're trying to gain back their religion because society has bastardized it. No other word you can use, but that's what they've done. So as they're fighting to get it back, we're already on track to keep it going, which is a good thing. For sharing this.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody have a comment? It could be a comment, question. I see your faces. You're shocked today. You're very shocked. In a way, I'm happy that you're shocked because we've done this. I've done this one in various, Ethiopian Orthodox churches, and believe me, same reaction. Parents were very shocked, and they were happy too because they didn't know about a lot of this. And like I told you, please listen to what I'm saying to you today. It's not only Ethiopians. I'm talking about all immigrants are affected by what I was talking about today. Okay? But my point is, us as Orthodox, how can we face these challenges and create solutions? That's my point here today. Okay? So if you guys have any question, if you're shy, you can email me. Okay? Maybe you're shy to ask in front of everyone, you can email me. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to you for your service and
እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን። እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን።
And I'd like to say thank you for the Seneca board members who organized this meeting. We have been asking this for a long, long time. So I have a short question. Do you have any plan in the future to have that fully in English for our kids and English speakers?
Do I have a plan? Before I answer that question, I want to ask everybody, do you want that? Put up your hand if you want that. Okay, is she? So only few people? It depends on you guys. After this lesson, everybody should put their hands up today. Okay, after this lesson. Okay, so yeah, እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን. We're going to talk with Abatachin. Okay, we're going to talk with Abatachin. He's amazing. Abatachin, he's very supportive. You know Abatachin. You see him, he's very supportive when it comes to the English. Why? Because he understands same thing like me. We don't want to keep losing the young people, okay? እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን. I know you guys already know this. We're trying to increase English ቅዳሴ here in Ontario. መንበረ ብርሃን ቅድስት ማርያም, Toronto, once a month, Sunday, they do English ቅዳሴ. You could go and check live stream. Where ብፁዕ አቡነ ዲሜጥሮስ is. Once a month, English ቅዳሴ is Sunday. If you don't believe me, ask the ምእመናን. The church is full of youth now. I was talking to some of the organizers. They said, Cassis, so many youth are coming to the church now. Even they told me from the church, they said that a few months ago, ብፁዕ አባታችን, I don't know if you guys heard this, because he made an announcement, that they're planning, I think, to buy one of the buildings or build a building and give them tabot, all English Ethiopian Orthodox Church. እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን. Why? To save the young people. You understand what I'm saying to you guys? See? So to answer your question, I'm happy to do it. Let's work together, okay? So we could start once in a while, maybe one Saturday, and grow gradually. So English ቅዳሴ is fine. But for me, what I want is more than that, is to teach our youth, for them to understand their haymanot and spiritual, and to grow spiritually, okay? And to protect them from these kind of topics. That's why Cassis, so many times, you see, when I get invited, I don't only talk about Tawhid Haymanot, okay? That's easy. It's easy to talk about Hamusa Amara Mistiyah. So this is easy. But I know how the young people think. They're going to say, I don't want to learn about this, bro. I have my own problem. I have stress. I have anxiety. I don't want to learn about Hamusa Amara Mistiyah today. Teach me about Fatana. Teach me about what I'm going through. That's why I talk about LGBT, marijuana, addiction, drug abuse, relationship, social media, anxiety, depression. Are you guys listening to what I'm saying? Because this is the kind of stuff our young people are facing. In addition to Tawhid topics. So my point is, let's educate our youth, and as we go along, at the same time, we could do English Qadasye, and we could do Salat Akidan in English. You know, so sometimes during Gubae, what we've been doing is we do. Do you remember Bilan when we did the Gubae here? We did Wudasya Mariam here in English. Yeah. So we started the Gubae with Wudasya Mariam in English. We do this in a lot of Gubae, and sometimes we do Salat Akidan. We did one with Mahabar Qudusan in 2019 in Atlanta. We did Salat Akidan, and then we started the Gubae in English. The youth were happy. University youth, young adults. You see? So yes, we could do those things. Tzolot Akidan, Tzolot, Qadasye. Yes, we can. So let's work together. For me, I'm okay to do it as long as you guys are going to support. If you guys don't support it, it's up to you guys. But I hope after today's lesson, I don't want to hear any parents saying to me, Cassis, I don't want English. If you say to me, I don't want English, what you're saying to me, Cassis, is, yes, I believe this satanic agenda. I want to lose, I rather, my kids, leave the church. That's what you're saying to me. I'd rather lose my kids. Please, after today, let's be smart. You have any question for me or a comment? Even comment. You guys are thinking a lot today, huh? Is she? So in case if you have any question, here's my email. And in case if you didn't know, I'm sure you guys know, this one is my wife's blog. It's called, you could take a picture, Tawahdo Orthodox Girl. You can find it on Facebook, and it's a blog too. It's all English. It has a lot of Orthodox Tawahdo material. Not only Orthodox Tawahdo material, because she grew up here in the United States, she writes a lot of articles about fatana. Different types of fatana. How to be a mezammaran and maneuver around fatanas. So I highly recommend this. You can find it on Facebook, and it's also a blog. Abraham, we thank you for everything and in everything. We thank you for this opportunity in this time. We ask you, Lord, to be with us in this session of your blessed Mother, Goddess, and Maryam, and all your saints, not to all ages, no ages. Amen. Let us say, Awun is Samat, Abatachin, Awun is Samat. Awun is Samat, Karismakatim, Samangasaka, Wake of Gadaka, Become a Samaikama, Madrisi Sayena. زلالة هابن يوم هدق لنا بسان وجعينا كمان أنني هدق لزاب بسالن يتابعن نجزيو سمسو الله دنن وبالهن كله كوي اسم زيا كي تمنجز هاي سبحان الله ولا بسلام قدوس جبريل ملاك وزتي مريم سلام لك دنجل بلناك دنجل سجاك من زاوية سواء سلام لك بروت أنت مانس وبروك فريا كرسك تفسي فسيت أو ملت تسجع زاوية مسلك يسالي وتسالي مرتب بتيانها بقول ولك يسكر الصوص كما يسرن هتاوينا يفتح ويسرق زينا ملاكنا من هذا كرسوس كان لك كهنة سلطان وهابا ملاباوين هورات أو كهنات أو دياقونات أروانس ترقص أنا ببسمكم كونوا طهان ونصان يرسيكم لدلوان لمنجز السماوات درسك يوم هارن كرسوس توابتهم يوم هارن كرسوس 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 يوم هارن وكما هو بأنتك زت مريم هارن كرسوس بند زيتنا مريم هن كرسا بند زيتنا مريم 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 هن كرسوس بند زيتنا مريم هن كرسا بند زيتنا مريم كرسا بند زيتنا مريم هن كرسوس أوكسيس كرسوس ريحات أتي وهاتيات اسمك إجابي فتح مسرحات إجابي هري حلو مثل كلكم. May God be with you all. Thank you.